Okay, this is a demonstration of the ratio and saturation test. We're about done with those two modes, except for a few minor things. And so this will be pretty much the final version showing the automatic saturation test. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is hit ratio, and CT ratio low is 0 to 200 volts excitation. This is 99% of CTs. Don't require any more excitation than that to get a valid ratio reading. Here on the instruction block, I can page the instruction information back and forth, so you don't really need an instruction manual. The instructions are right in the test set. Okay, like I said, you verify this is the 0 to 200 volt excitation. The only time you'd need the 0 to 1000 volt range is if you had a large CT and a generator that was more than 10,000 to 5 in ratio. Okay, so all I have to do here is turn the output on. That turns red when the output is on. Tap above the variac pointer to raise the variac. As you can see here, I get the output XV voltage right here. It's 17 point something. The input HV is 0.10845. The angle is 0, which determines the polarity, and the ratio here is 799.98. Okay, and that's all I need to do. Now if I press this test key right here, that sends the data to an Excel spreadsheet. You can't see the Excel spreadsheet, but I just wrote that information into the Excel spreadsheet, so I'm making the data sheet as I work here. Okay, I'm done with the ratio test. Press the menu button. That returns me to the main menu. Of course, the next thing I want to do is a saturation test. So I'm going to select saturation. And I happen to know this CT will saturate on the 200 volt range, so I'm going to select the 200 volt range. The 1200 volt range, full scale range, is identical. Alright, now, first I may want to read the instructions. I key instructions and it prints those. I hit the instruction key and I can page through the instructions. So it has the instructions built in. Press the clear button, and it clears the graph, and I'm ready to test. Okay, so what I want to do is turn the output on. The output goes on, you can hear it click, and simply press the test button. Notice it turns red, it says testing. Now as soon as the milliamps increase above 17, it will start sending data to the spreadsheet, and more data goes to the spreadsheet than goes on the screen. And for manual testing, if you don't have a PC hooked up, you're filling out a data sheet with a pen, you have data at suitable intervals written on the screen right here, that when the test is complete, you can copy these into your data sheet. Here you have the saturation graph. The saturation flag just came on, indicating that the distortion measure has detected saturation, and the current, notice that the current is increasing and not the voltage. Now it just shut off and ran the variac back down automatically as the test is complete. So as a completely automatic test, the same data has been written into the Excel spreadsheet in the PC. I can now fill in the heading if I wanted, the substation, all that sort of thing, and my data sheet is complete. I have another CT to test. I simply press the clear button, hook up the other CT, hit output on, and press test again, and repeat. The instantaneous voltage and current, what's happening right now is voltage is here, the current is here. You can see the two axes on the graph that plot the voltage and current. While it's testing, when the voltage goes up, the pointer of the graph just erases and repaints. The only time the pointer actually moves is if we're using the pen the touch screen to move it. And you can see we're repeating the test. The SAT flag just came on. And if I wanted to abort the test, I can press clear. The variac will run back down, and when the variac's back down, the output will turn off. And that is the essentials of a ratio and saturation test.